Let me remind you of the Joy Clean Ghana campaign. Well, the Public Health Directorate of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly says it will begin an exercise to fumigate all markets in Accra as it prepares to partner JoyNews on the rollout of the second phase of the Joy Clean Ghana campaign. The campaign, which took the Sanitation Taskforce to several communities in Accra to get residents to comply with bylaws, has been lauded by several individuals and groups. We'll hear from Inspector Joseph Asitanga, who has been co-leading the task force shortly. But first, here is a wrap of some highlights from the first phase of the project.
Accra's sanitation crisis, described by many as worrying, was the major driver of the campaign. The team mapped out the project to lead efforts at getting individuals to adopt better ways of waste disposal and comply with sanitation bylaws. The Joy Clean Ghana campaign, in collaboration with the Accra Metropolitan Assembly's Sanitation Taskforce, got on the road in September. There were the episodes of drama and defiance, and the others about compliance by residents. Some offenders were fined by the courts. Homeowners were ordered by the court to fix toilets in their homes, while contaminated foodstuffs were confiscated. But a few episodes stood out and made the headlines.
We discovered that they're using the bathroom. I'm sure it was because of our presence. They quickly cleared the waste, mixed with human excreta, that is toilet, kept it in the bathroom. The bathroom itself is not also tidy. They haven't scrubbed it. And the refuse there with the human excreta, you can see how flies are hovering over it. And this waste is smoked fish, exposing the fish to contamination.
At Manchagbona, the team was met with stiff opposition from an assemblyman identified as James Ado, alias Zola.
He has still not showed up, but we have done what is expected of us. Powerful. When the cases of this nature are reported, this is not a case like a murder, a robbery that at all costs we have to go after him. We can arrest, we can invite. We chose to invite him to come and assist in the investigation. Unfortunately, he decided not to honor the invitation. And as I explained yesterday, once we invite you to assist in the investigation to find out exactly what happened and we decide not to honor the invitation, then you have no option than to then believe the allegation being leveled against you and then proceed to have a criminal sum of set on you. And that is exactly what you have done.
He would later be arrested by the police and put before court. At Choco, however, the reverse was the case. The assemblyman actually led the team to whip the offenders in line. But there was a freak incident in one of the compounds in week 3 of the outing. To own up to the poor sanitary environment under which they were cooking, or simply deny. What did they do?
You are going to eat in the house. Is it for house?
No.
You are going to sell?
No, we are not going to sell. Sometimes you prepare for the animals.
Hey, you're preparing the banku for animals?
And stew.
Banku and stew for animals? What type of animals? Dogs. What are they? Okay, we would like to inspect the dogs.
No, they are not in this place.
Where are they?
They are Mantis place, so they are in the cage. So
when you prepare them,
yes.
You prepare the banku and then stew.
They eat, Papa.
And you go and feed the dogs.
What's the name of the animal?
So you see how tricky they are playing with us. Very, very tricky. Our presence here, he intelligently changed the situation as the banku is going to be used to feed dogs.
The lady who is preparing the food, when we came here, I told her about the flies here and where she's preparing the food. She just ran away.
We remember the distressing episode where the team discovered a beans seller who had a stack of plantains at the base of a pipe of a public toilet to facilitate ripening of a plantain.
Please collect all these things and go and put it in your car. Yes, collect everything and go and put it in your car.
Everything, all the...
Her medical medical certificate is also expired. So yes, so she's preparing for sale. She's preparing for sale to the public with an expired medical health certificate. It got expired on 6th July 2019. So by now she should have renewed it, but she hasn't gone to renew. So we can't tell whether she's medically fit or not. Yeah.
Apart from that, look at it.
Apart from that, yes, this is a toilet facility, and this is yes. So you carry everything away.
She was fined and asked to immediately relocate her business or face more severe sanctions. At Aveno here in Accra, residents came to the rescue of a man who was caught flouting the law. There was an interesting twist during the outings one day when the Accra Metropolitan Assembly Sanitation Taskforce stopped by some pubs and drinking spots in North Kaneshie.
So if we take all the drinks out and to prepare you for court, but we haven't done anything.
Maybe some get away, you don't make everything. But me, they are taking
everything away from here. And
if you take everything, what I go be sell?
So it's not also wholesome for you to say.
Make I call a man for you.
I call him that we are seizing the drinks, the adulterated drinks. We are seizing it. Do you know why we say it's adulterated?
No, I don't know.
Why we say it's
I don't know anything about that kind of all this. But you make a call the man self. Because me, I don't know anything about all this.
Okay, so we're taking the drink. All is going to our car. So when you call the man, then we'll give you a letter. But if you are lucky, we don't come to across it. Fine, you will sell. But if we come, we ask you who approves this, that you do the mixture, because you've adulterated the drink. So if the drink is supposed to be clear, and we see it, we know this is apetici. You added color to it. How safe is it for public consumption? And that is why we say it's adulterated and therefore not wholesome for public consumption. So we are seizing it all.
Of course, there were stops at the markets. The Tuesday market.
All the flies here are going into the meat. You can see flies. You see human excreta. See human excreta. Have you seen it? And they are selling the meat here. Madam, the talking is not solving the problem.
Then the Agbogloshi market.
We are instructing them to distill the drain, because when we come to distill the drain, they are the very people who fill the drain back with their food product. And you see all the drains are filled up, and you can see maggot growth, and they are selling food on top of the drain. So we are asking them to, so you can see infestation of rodents. So mice. They are not mice, so these are ratus. Mami munyi nyama no, munyi ni nyina free ha. Obi ani nyama wa wall n'anim nyina. What are you people doing? Anybody who have displayed things in front of the wall should be collected. In front of the wall should be collected.
At the Kaneshie market, the first visit was unpleasant.
You rent the place, so you know these things, you know their owners.
I know those people who come here, but not all of them.
So you can identify some for us. So how many are here? Call them for us.
Yeah, they are selling their things. I don't know where they are.
So if you don't know, we are going to destroy it. They will carry it and put it in the car. We are going to destroy it. You either identify them and call them for us so that we can deal with them, or you handle it.
A follow-up visit to the same venue revealed improved sanitary conditions.
Last month, Yaba has a Munkwaya Pomodin Krata, Bifacho, Moody Suptimea Mayana.
Yeah, fine.
So in Tipacho says, Siano, on said last year by and I say Abufusho, Kakra, Eba, Nimu, Muntemu. But and then it's me who say, Niama Yaka say Munyano, my yenti, Abufu.
Beyond the markets, there were the home visits. North Kaneshie. It is known as one of Accra's second-class neighborhoods. What the team saw, though, was not that complimentary. 7 individuals were handed 48 hours to improve the sanitation situation or risk being taken to court.
We'll be able to go through a lot of houses and environmental sanitation nuisances identified. We've served 7 notices, and notices that we served, they are of good standing, they are of good nuisances that we've identified, and we're going to prosecute them according to the laws of AMA.
From communities to the markets, the pubs, the campaign has made tremendous impact. Public Health Director Florence Kuchi has been giving her assessment of the first phase of a Clean Ghana project.
This exercise has really gone a long way in touching a lot of people within the country, not even in Ghana, outside the country. We have come to the end of Joy Clean Ghana for 2019, and I know that 2020 we are going to roll it out again. A lot of people have become aware of certain things that they didn't know. As we've done naming and shaming, and this has gone a long way to help. It means whatever that Clean Ghana campaign is going on is doing, people are really listening and they are changing their behavior, they are changing their character towards sanitation, and they are now embracing sanitation as their household name.
Joy Clean Ghana campaign continues this year. We can now listen to Inspector Joseph Asitanga on the need to fumigate the market and how this year's exercise will be structured.
Through your intervention, what we want to do is that from 2020, our director, in collaboration with our able mayor of Accra Metro Assembly, we are going to ensure that all the markets in Accra here are going to be fumigated regularly against the infestation of ratus and every crawling insect, be it be ratus, be it be any insect that is dangerous to public health, we are going to target them. So the market managers should put it among their program against 2020, because we will go out to ensure that all market centers are going to be rid of the ratus in 2020.
Getting rid of the ratus in 2020, it's all about keeping your environment clean, and you really don't need an angel to tell you to do that.